Thanks, guys. Super excited to have you here. PulseCon all over again, right?
Yeah. We're back.
We're back.
We made it. We're ready to rock.
We're ready to rock.
Whether we like it or not, here we are.
And like everybody's been saying, we are very brutally live, so if we mess up, we're just going to roll with it. So, as the host let you guys too, we have a Transformers poll, right? So, know, go to the YouTube chat right now. We have a poll for you. We're going to get back to that a little later, but let us know who you're thinking about. I know who I'm going to pick from this poll. I think I have an idea of who everybody might be picking from this.
I think I'm going to be picking myself here.
Perfect. All right. And our good friend Thew is going to come join us at the end to reveal that result and do some other stuff with us. So that'll be a lot of fun.
Fantastic.
So, awesome. All right. Make sure you're commenting in the chat and letting us know as we're going along. So, as they just alluded to, 2024, kind of a big year.
Huge year.
Apparently, we've been around for a little while. So, let's kick this thing off with a little bit of animation. We'll show that right now.
Ooh.
The little sting. It gets me every time.
Oh, the little sting. That's great. So shout out to Mario from our packaging team for making that 40th logo. So again, 2024 marks 40th anniversary of Transformers.
Amazing.
40
years.
40 years.
It's amazing.
So as we revealed with our friends at Screen Rant on Tuesday, this year's legacy line is going to be called United.
Ooh, yeah.
And that was done on purpose, right? You can see the logos there down in the bottom corner. We're talking to everybody, we got 40 years of entertainment that we're covering essentially within the year. So if you've been a fan since
we're going
G1,
to try to dip into all the series, all the animated series, all the entertainment. For the 40 years, we're trying to hit every single pinpoint of that.
Because everybody has a different entry point, because obviously 40 years of history, different cartoons, different comics, everybody came in at a different
today
time.
could be your first toy. Like, you never know. This could be your entry into 40 years of Transformers history. So.
But yes, thank you for all the support over the years.
All right, we want to take a look at maybe our poster that appeared over our shoulder here. Everybody's probably already in the comments going crazy, seeing what's going on. So we revealed a little bit of this poster too, right? So I might have photoshopped out somebody's hand and a little bit of his body so you couldn't see what was going on.
I can't get over the Emperor of Destruction, Megatron, just overseeing the 40 years of Transformers. Let's just take a look at that illustration. I mean, it's just absolutely bananas. That character is bananas. But as you can see, there's a lot of things going on. There's a couple Easter eggs, as always, on these posters that we kind of fleshed into the background there. So please say what you're thinking in the comments.
And clearly we always make every toy that's on the poster.
I hope so, because we still get messages about Polar Claw.
Poor Polar Claw. I actually came across him in the archives when we were going through stuff for Comic-Con, and I was like, this is awesome.
There he is.
It's on the list. He's a very long one. It's a very long list.
All right, so you guys want to just get into it. Everybody wants to see plastic,
Of course.
Right?
I mean, that's why we're here.
All right, so up first, we have our good friend, Energon Megatron Core Class. This will be our first one of the year. Mark's grabbing it now. We're going to get him up on the turntable for you.
Thank you for grabbing them.
And Evan's going to take us through it. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, so here we go. I feel like Energon doesn't get a lot of love, which actually, if you loved Energon or Superlink, make a comment. Let us know, because then if we hear you, maybe we'll make some more. But yeah, here we have Energon Megatron. It's an iconic design. It's fantastic. Worked on this with Tomo-san. Awesome. So what we did here is that we tried to match the animation deco, because definitely when the original toy came out, the Hasbro toy, colors were a little weird, a little off.
I love this fluorescent green. It's
so
giving me the pop that I need here.
Getting the neon greens right. We didn't do clear this time because in animation it was like a very blocky green instead of like the original toy had it transparent. But yeah, it's just a fun little figure. You can take off his blasters, he can hold them, he can pose them down. It's just great. It's a lot of fun.
I love the blaster turret. That's the mini tank. That was a nice nod.
tank sword.
Yes, the tank sword is pretty outrageous. It's pretty. The sculpt detail on it is phenomenal, especially in this lighting here.
Yeah, I'm happy we were able to get that in there.
So good. All right, so we got a lot to cover, so we're just going to keep rolling.
We do.
You can see these awesome shots on the video wall as well by our good friend Dave White. You'll see all of these lifestyle images going up today with the pre-orders at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. It's really good.
Energon Megatron. Let's go back.
So next,
let's
talk about real sculpts, right? We've been doing this since Kingdom. We have these awesome sculpts. So how about some Beast Wars Tasmania Kid.
Boom. Like, I just can't get over the fact that this guy is
Beast Wars
coming.
second, by the way.
Beast Wars
As
second.
we were very kindly reminded.
Thank you, Thew.
Thank you.
That's a shout out to Thew.
Yeah. I said 2 at one point during rehearsal, and he was like, actually. And I was like, oh, thank you. Okay, I didn't get that right. But yeah, Tasmanian Kid or Snarl, if you collected the original Beast Wars toy. We wanted to make sure to get him in there because we're trying to go out of our way to represent as many of the animated continuities as we can.
Of course,
and
that
then
will match up nicely with our little Leo Prime that we just released as well.
Exactly. We went for more of like a real animal sculpt for this, and that was the best part, was drawing the turns for the Tasmanian Devil, and it's like, oh gosh darn it, they're so cute.
Just pet that Tasmanian Devil right there with the lower jaw articulation looking amazing, but fierce, definitely fierce.
And then you can, his tail comes off, can be used by other people, 5mm port, right?
Yep.
So you can go beat somebody down with the Tasmanian Devil tail. That'll be amazing. I'm excited for that.
Sculptural details, so it's just really outstanding that we're bringing this guy to life. I'm so excited for this.
Kunihiro-san put in a lot of work with this, and yeah, we were able to bring him to life, and he's just fantastic. He'll look great next to Leo Prime, as we talked about.
Oh, definitely.
All right.
But yeah.
So that's 2 core.
That's
We
2.
have 1 more core.
Yeah.
This one I think everybody kind of online's been speculating a lot about.
Yeah.
So very excited to actually finally reveal to you what rock is as it was listed in the listing. So this here
This is definitely a joint effort.
is our Infernac universe Boulder Crash, the first Armorizer of the year. You'll see that nice little logo on pack here. So this is our system of building. This is our Junkion, our Weaponizer, our Fossilizer of the year. Let's talk about this stuff.
I mean, since this is the 40th anniversary, I thought, why not dip into the world of Transformers and really start bringing sort of maybe obscure elements of our franchise and our universes into the forefront. So back in the Headmasters, I believe it was.
Yep. Transformers Headmasters.
Transformers Headmasters. There's an episode with My Friend Six Shot, I believe it's called.
On Planet Daria, I think.
Planet Daria. And there's actually these rock creatures that appear out of the ground, and they actually form this crazy combiner. And then also a little bit of inspiration was taken from our GoBots world, which is basically the Rock Lords, which was a very favorite childhood toy of mine that I thought maybe let's dip into that universe and really start fleshing these guys out. Put an alt mode on them, which is, let's talk about that alt mode, the crazy rocked out lava trike.
Yeah, I mean, we were going pretty crazy when we were thinking about what these guys could be and how they would convert and what they should convert into. And it's like, we're gonna make them a trike. Let's see what happens.
Good. And then talk about how you can use them as a weapon, right?
Yep. So we saw that a lot of people really loved how the core class Dinobots that we did last year, they had a 5mm port building system, and people were able to build crazy monstrosities with them. So we're bringing a bit of that back with this, but essentially this character will convert into a rock weapon that can be used by your other Armorizers and things like that. And then the whole system, of course, brought to you by Ajima-san and Mark. So we're going to see a little bit more of that here in a moment.
Of course. I love the actual, and one of the big staples of this character and all of these characters that we're going to bring you in Armorizers is really concentrated on actually the finishes and what kind of rock they are. I see that you have some kind of lava going on, much like the poster that was showcased a little earlier.
That's always very easy to do with rock, but originally he started out as being based off of red quartz, and then it was like, I need a powerful accent hit in there, so that's where the red came in.
So good.
Yeah, it's a great head sculpt, a great sculpt. I mean, it's really fun. I love that all the bigger characters can actually utilize them as a weapon.
Yeah. So what's better than one new rock character than a second rock character? So Mark's going to go grab our next one for us. And for those who are a little nerdy like we are, Infernac Universe is probably ringing in the back of your head. So a little bit of tie into Inhumanoids there too.
Just a little bit.
We're trying to combine the continuities there. So let's talk about our friend Boulder Crash.
Our friend Magnus.
Oh, Magnus. Yeah, I got that totally wrong.
That's all right.
It's okay. We just talked about Boulder Crash.
Yeah.
So Magnus here, I worked with Ajima-san on him, a brand new character, and it came out really cool. We actually focused more on basically an obsidian type of stone, and which is basically a volcanic rock, and it's actually a lot of coarse material here. We actually molded in a pattern on the mold here, so you'll see a nice texture on a lot of the parts, which came out really cool. Just The thing that Ajima-san brought to the plate, which was really an amazing feature here in transformation, in his chest, he actually has a hollow spark, so his chest is actually hollow. It's because he really isn't like a Transformers character. He's more of a creature in the Transformers universe.
Yep.
So, I mean, that little element there, like, really brought this guy to life in my eyes. So, like, just the magmatic rock here is just really looking fierce. I mean, his alt mode is like almost like a land vehicle kind of Hummer. You can actually take off his crossbow blaster here. That's looking like an axe as well. You can fit that on top of the front of the bumper and actually take off pieces of his legs and fit it on the front bumpers as well, and it actually becomes a battering ram, which is really
don't
cool.
stand a chance.
And we definitely should talk about this is the building system. So much like the Junkions, you do not need to rip them apart to convert them.
Yes,
But they do come apart.
But they do come apart to armorize.
Yes, Armorize is right. And having this guy basically jump onto one of our characters that's all kind of colorful especially, will really focus in on the rock armor aspect of this.
I can't wait to see the crazy social posts that all of you do, and like, you know, it's mind-blowing.
The creations out there
So good.
are just amazing. Please keep doing them, and we actually really do appreciate all the builds that you guys do. I do some of the builds on my own time, so shout out to you guys for really having fun with
We
this.
got to keep going because we got a lot, and we're trying to keep on time so everybody else doesn't have to get cut short because of us.
All right.
So our next deluxe, again, I talked about this a little earlier. Our friends at Screen Rant did a reveal for us on Tuesday.
Yep.
We let everybody know we're going to the animated universe. So let's talk next about animated universe Bumblebee.
And here we go. Here he is.
So we're dipping into the animated universe,
A
as
little
you
more,
know.
a little more. We started with Prowl.
Started with Prowl. So this Bumblebee was a challenge. I worked with Yuya-san. For those of you who don't know, Yuya-san is actually a professional, talented car designer. Like, he's very professionally trained as that. So he really went in on this vehicle mode, and it just really is an amazing little sport turbo hatchback. It
Souped up little,
little souped up turbo hatchback.
Yeah.
It's pretty sweet. He does actually have 4 accessories here, which is awesome. You can make the Stinger, as our Screen Rant showed images of. And you will notice that the colors of all the tints are different. And I did that specifically to get the red little button on the top, and then obviously get the Stingers in blue.
Nice.
And then also to try to match that yellow that we always have a hard time doing on Bumblebee.
Painted and molded yellow is a nightmare. Yeah, well.
It seriously is. But this one we tried to pre-plan, and I think we nailed it in production. To talk about the head design a little bit, because when I first did this, I had a different head design, and it looked more, it just didn't really sing animated. You know, Derek J. Wyatt had like such an amazing art style for animated, and just to try to pay homage to that style, I really wanted to lean more animated. I just couldn't help myself, really. I just, the stylistic direction
Well, that's
that
the
he
beauty
gave.
of Legacy, right? Is we have a lot of freedom in what we're doing, but we're also like creating something for people who have wanted an updated toy for X number of years, depending on 40, 10, 15. So we have a lot of freedom, but this is so good.
It's a fun toy.
It's
like,
good.
Yeah.
Amazing articulation up and down. You can really get this guy in a lot of poses.
All right. Next
We
deluxe.
going-
I think this
Next
next
deluxe.
deluxe is probably going to wow a lot of people. I'm in love with this. Having a 3-year-old daughter, sometimes this series might maybe end up on my TV when I'm just like, you should really like Transformers. Let's watch this. So our next
Again.
deluxe is the Rescue Bots universe. Chase, bringing Rescue Bots into the Generations world. So good, so good. Let's talk about this one.
When we talk about hitting all of the universes,
Yeah,
right?
we had
that
to
we
try to
can,
hit all
yeah.
as many universes as we could.
Rescue Bots are jumping in to the mix. Kunihiro-san worked on this with me, and
I could tell from the pelvis, because that's just like, that's like a
Totally
signature him
Kunihiro-san.
thing, which is so weird to say out of context, but I can tell.
But as you can see here, the colors, the tints of the colors for his light bar, that's very, very significant in his design. Carried that over. Was able to get the Energon capture claw as well, which was cool. It actually does split apart and become extra accessories like daggers, or even like almost like a hooked brass knuckle, even if you could say.
Energon knuckles?
Yeah, Energon knuckles. These side blasters do come off and are handheld, so those are on the 5mm port system, as you know. But I just can't get over how well this guy like actually jumped into the Generations universe here.
Both
and really,
modes, they just look, the muscle car and then his silhouette. It's wonderful. So,
it is. It really, you know, even even my design director, Mick, shout out to you, because he even stepped in on this one and was like, we got to get this guy right. And we really did push Kunihiro-san over the edge, and it is well worth, it was well worth the hard work that went into this guy.
The best part is that I can't even talk about it yet, but what he also gets used for later in the year that we get to reveal to everybody, sometime like 6-ish months from now, will blow your mind.
It's
Like,
never-
I've seen it, and it's so good. And,
It's
like,
never a hidden thing that we have plans when we make a body
Nope.
for something else in the future.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's one of those things.
They're gonna love it.
Yeah,
They're gonna love it. And it embodies 40 years so well. I can't wait.
I know. I've been trying to do that with a lot of the items. We all have been trying to do that with a lot of the items to give those design elements, like, you know, it's crucial because every character is his own individual and they all have their own
They do.
stylistic
They do.
elements.
Yeah. All right, one more deluxe, right? So that's Rescue Bot Chase. One more deluxe. Some of you maybe have seen a wing of this character online over the last week.
We're going to acknowledge that?
Yeah,
Okay,
I mean,
sure.
you know, I saw it, so it's fun. People can see a little bit's going on. But this is a character we've been getting asked about a lot. So let's talk about deluxe Cyberverse Windblade.
It's interesting because at one point in time she was everywhere and then she kind of disappeared for a while.
Mm-hmm,
So Mark is bringing her back.
And she looks glorious. Her face tampography, her face paint really came out really wonderful. Her fan still does come off. Now the Stormfall sword actually has a new ability here, as you can see. It is translucent, but it actually is flamed up. So the Energon is so incredibly powerful that it ignites and it flames, and I thought that was a really good thing to do for the jet mode because the jet is so fast and sleek and it just leaves the fire trail. Yeah, so also you'll see Koki-san put in some detail elements on the cockpit that you usually never get.
So good.
Seats. You got seats in there. That's
got
amazing.
seats.
Yeah, there's an actual cockpit in there.
That
Wow.
cockpit will be a little bit darker blue in production. This is an earlier sample, but she does really speak volumes in the Cyberverse. I love
does.
Cyberverse. I thought
It's
Cyberverse
just great.
was
Yeah,
a great
Cyberverse
series.
great.
And
Yeah.
the fan blades spin around, so you can pose them out in the black or the silver if you want, right?
Yes, as you can see the silver up on the front there, and then, you know, obviously for a levitation, liftoffs. I mean, the design of her is just amazing. I love her. I think that this character actually is going to look really good on the shelf amongst with your Shadow Striker and a couple other figures that maybe we'll
you're
be
coming?
dipping into.
Oh, there's a lot.
Built by the fans, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yes,
yeah,
indeed.
Fan created. All right. So that does our 4 deluxe.
No.
Well, we always do Voyager next, right? Because that's the next size.
Yes.
I think this one might be my favorite of the wave. I don't know why. It's definitely not because, you know, of glorious beards that are roaming around the
might be
studio today.
biased, maybe.
I might be biased. This one's pretty good. Prime Universe Thundertron. I think everybody, when they saw this listing, was just like, what are we getting? How is it going to look?
Well, you were looking for some space pirates, and you
Yeah.
can't really dip into the space pirate world without Thundertron here, the Star Seeker. As you can see, his logo is placed on the back of him
Oh,
here,
nice.
and he also, you know,
Get that
he's
around.
coasting the galaxy in search of maybe perhaps some of the rock characters
Oh, yeah,
to
trying to-
look for power-ups to defeat Cybertron. Who knows what this guy's up to? He's looting and pillaging. He's a maniac.
And his spaceship that is called.
Oh,
yeah, I wonder what. Oh, that
I
might have
wonder
been.
what the spaceship he's cruising on is. But he does have his peg leg that actually his claw does come off and fit onto the front of the sword, which is a really nice detail that we carried over from the first toy. Ajima-san worked on this character, and as you can see, I really wish my beard did this like
I wish my beard was that straight too, for sure.
just straighten that thing out and really hard edge it because he looks handsome. He's a handsome man right
He's
here.
Handsome.
Well, you know what? If you do a super awesome me figure, you can have that added.
Yeah. And then we talk about, right, he came from Planet Z, right?
That's right. He stopped by cruising the galaxy. He stopped by Planet Z, picked up a little bit of Zoid love here,
did.
which is
Oh, yeah.
Something that Evan is very passionate about. You just
a
into
little
the
bit,
Stoid universe for a little bit there, but it's
Yeah,
just
he's got a Liger-esque form.
He
so,
does,
yeah,
he does.
It's fantastic.
He does have lower jaw articulation. As you can see, his colors are a little bit different. Went with the bronze instead of the gold, which is, and then the Energon ended up being solid. I thought that first toy, some of the clear parts were just a little bit too much. I thought we'd bring it back to the solid here. And we also actually put in some battle damage on his face, which is cool because he's been through some war.
Pirates been through stuff? Never. All right, so we have another Voyager. Again, revealed on Tuesday. Sticking back with that animated universe, this one came out really well.
Yeah.
I'm sure Evan's going to insta add this to the Optimus shelf, right?
Always. Yeah.
Always. Never have enough Optimus. So,
No.
animated universe Optimus Prime. Interesting here, you know, we went without the face mask, not something you typically get with an Optimus from us. So that's a big change here.
Well, just like the animated Bumblebee, that the face design is so different from all of our other iterations of Optimus and Bumblebee. It's so striking. It's an amazing look. So had to carry that over here. Optimus definitely has been to the gym, though, as you can see. He's built up. He's definitely a little
got that
thick.
wonderful Dorito shape. So, yeah.
So Shusan worked on this character with me, did an outstanding job. The extendable axe is really cool. He does have the 5mm port on the back of the engine there for the blast, basically attack mode, you could say. And then actually his light bar does come off. It was essential to get the blue and red tint on there because I know the original toy only had the blue, I believe. So that was a key design element I wanted to toss in. And he just, with Bumblebee and then Prowl, they just stand so strong on shelf together.
Yeah. I like how you got, like, as best you could, the front wheels so you can still drive it around, but they're kind of hidden so it looks like it's floating like the truck did in the show, a little bit on the front there. So.
When I looked at that truck mode, I almost fell over. I was like, how am I doing this floating truck? And I know the original toy moved the front wheel, like the back wheel to the front a little bit more, so I tried to conceal that front wheel as much as possible to at least give it that same vibe.
Yeah, you get the right angles.
It
People
looks
will
good.
definitely hide it and get it in there. I can't wait for the photos. Like, they're going to do great. And obviously our photos behind us from Dave, always amazing. Again, you guys will see the full gamut of all of the lifestyle photos on the new diorama for Legacy United as everything goes up today.
Glorious.
All right, one more new reveal.
One more.
We're cruising along here because, again, we got a lot, but so does everybody else. So we want to make sure you get to see all of the plastic glory today. So our final new reveal from Legacy United Wave 1. This is our leader class. There's a lot of purple on this. I kind of love it.
There's a lot of purple.
It's good for me, but it's weird because it's purple, but it's good purple.
The original toy was actually blue, which was not animation accurate, so we definitely made sure to make this guy animation accurate. And for everyone who got the Dragon Megatron out there, at the leader Dragon Megatron, that will be your arch nemesis here, Tigerhawk. And
There you go. We finally said the name. There was so much
we're just
build
gonna let
up.
everybody guess
It was
for a
like,
while.
oh, okay, we're gonna say who this is. Yeah.
So Tigerhawk is a Fusor, an Air Razor, and Tigertron. And what's really cool here, I thought I dipped back into the Kingdom world and take some sculpt elements from Air Razor and Tigertron and actually apply them here, blow them up, put a little bit more detail on here to really give that vibe there.
So good.
It makes sense. Yeah.
It did, right? It
That was a great idea to do.
yeah, Shusan is absolutely amazing. He worked on this character, and these two blasters do come off. They're handheld, different kinds of placement to actually like flex them out, flex them in, and then you have the little feathered club swords here, which are really cool. There's an overspray on those. The gold came out fantastic. The purple, the poison green tint.
So good.
The color scheme is just really, really getting me places here.
Who were Takara on this one with us?
Shusan actually worked
Awesome.
on this, yes.
It's fantastic.
So good.
Fusors, man. We're doing
Fusors,
Fusors. Hello.
Someday we have to do a transmetal, like officially, like shiny metal, right? Like we got Megatron, but like comments all the time I see from
I
everybody.
know.
Where's
I
my
know.
shiny?
Who doesn't want to dip into the vac metal? I get ya. We get ya.
We hear ya.
We hear ya. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Well, yeah, hopefully. All right. As you know, with assortments, there's always a second character. As we start the year, we always typically bring somebody forward, right? So if you can see on the wall behind me, our package refresh for Legacy United is this Optimus Laser Prime from G2. You can see also, want to talk about our new packaging. This is the first chance you get to see the blue and orangey packaging we got going on. Also, you'll notice for the first time in Legacy, our leader boxes have open window. So for those mint and pack collectors.
I like
This is your chance to
that.
get your laser prime that you can actually look at on the box. So,
The
Tigerhawk
box
will have
art,
the same.
the box art is fantastic.
good.
The orange and blue, I mean, it's just something about the orange and blue compared to the other legacy packages.
Very
that really,
sci-fi poster.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, it's just such a little change that got me to other places. I was very pleased. Shout out to our packaging team, Mario, Christina, Amy, Susie. There's so many people that work on Transformers.
Oh, so many.
It's just like, it's such a pleasure to be on the team with everybody. I mean,
So good.
Yeah.
thank you for all supporting our brand like you guys do. You guys are just amazing, passionate individuals, and we're right there with you. We're
Yeah.
trying our hardest there.
So that does Legacy United. There's a lot there.
There was a lot
A lot
there.
there. Just a lot.
there.
So, also, we have this cool auto-converting Grimlock toy, right? He no bozo,
Yeah.
as,
Folks may
he
have
likes
seen
to
him
say.
at
Saw him
San Diego Comic-Con.
We got to
Yeah.
mess around a little bit. So our friends at Robosin provide us a nice new video. You can see everything you can do with them. So let's roll that video here.
Introducing the world's first auto-converting dual bipedal robot.
It's extinction time!
Robosin's Transformers Grimlock, licensed by Hasbro. He stands at a dominating 15 inches tall.
Dinobots, transform!
A breakthrough in mechanical engineering with 19 steps of intricate conversion. 34 high-precision servo motors. And a total of 85 microchips.
Wreck Decepticons now!
Grimlock is Robosin's most advanced robot yet.
Dinobots, follow me, Grimlock!
Explore Grimlock's spontaneous personality with 42 voice commands that activate actions in both Dino and Robot mode.
It's chomp and stomp time!
Take control of Grimlock in both bipedal modes and enjoy additional actions right from the app. Create custom actions in both modes in block-based and manual programming for endless playability. Whoa, Grimlock, that's not part of the set.
Happy birthday!
Every detail and conversion is accurate to the original G1 Transformers that true fans would appreciate. And when you want to crank it into high gear, step into Mini Theater, where you can interact with other Robosin robots to recreate scenes between your favorite Transformers characters. Grimlock G1 Flagship Series by Robosin. Order now.
So good.
He
He's
eats
so good.
cake?
He eats cake, clearly. I know who I'm inviting to my birthday party. I turned 40 with the brand, so clearly we're going to have a Grimlock at the party, right?
You
I turned 40 with the brand. I'm an 84 baby. Hence the hockey jersey. It works out pretty well. It's got a nice little 84 on it. So, going to represent 40 as best we can.
I heard 40 years. I was like, oh man, I'm super old.
I turned 40 with the movie. So,
So good. So as you can see here, we have our friend Grimlock. Just like flagship auto converting Optimus Prime, he does do voice commands.
Look amazing together.
They do look great together. This is still in a little bit of beta testing. They're fine-tuning the last few things here. So we're going to do some voice commands with this guy.
Are we?
So if somebody says, hey, Grimlock to him,
Please.
hey, Grimlock,
Yes, we go!
say, you are the king.
you are the king.
That's right, me, Grimlock King!
So there's a lot of
That
other-
was pretty
it's pretty
that
amazing,
was
right?
cool.
I think we got to show like the real famous thing, right? We got to do the auto converting.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Grimlock. Oh, he doesn't want to listen to me
Oh,
today.
hey, Grimlock,
Yes, we go!
convert.
It's so good. It's so authentic, right? G1.
Yeah.
I mean, I just think of the Masterpiece toy like every single time. I look
Studio
at this.
series, yeah.
Extinction time!
Cool new key phrases, right?
Dude, Vac metal, looking beautiful.
It's so
There we
good.
go.
Let's see. What's a good command for him while... Oh, all right. While we're in bot mode. Hey, Grimlock.
Yes, we go!
Battle. Got a soundtrack.
Oh,
So not included right now, but he has his blaster. You can put the sword in the other hand, so you get a lot of fun going on there. Oh, they have these accessories.
all right.
I love that his visor changes colors to match the toy deco
it's so
versus
good,
the
right?
animation. Yeah, that's great.
An essential have to everyone's collection.
All right, let's see what else. What's another good fun one we can do here? Hey, Grimlock. Nope, doesn't want to listen to me now.
Hey, Grimlock,
Yes, we
Megatron.
go!
Megatron.
You, Megatron, tricked us! Make us like good leader Optimus Prime!
Oh, that's a very specific episode.
It is a very specific episode.
Bad Megatron!
I think we're going to need a Megatron to answer to that. What do you think?
I don't know.
I mean,
Is it hinting
maybe.
at things to come?
I don't know.
All
You
right.
tell me.
All right. So I got one more because this one I think it'll say what we want it to say about today, right?
Okay.
Hey, Grimlock.
Yes, we go.
Happy holiday. Give it a sec. This will be good. This will be good. He's going back to Dino.
Okay. As I like to see my Grimlock.
Yeah.
I am Dino Mighty. Meet Grimlock. Love this time of year.
Who doesn't love PulseCon time of year, right? The G1 theme.
Shake with it, rock with it. Here we go. Bust the move. No head spins?
No, he just needs to come with a little apron, and that would have been perfect. Yeah, like,
All right, so that'll do it. Again, you guys get a chance. You can get him on Hasbro Pulse right now. Super amazing. Love this thing. Love my flagship. Get to play with him every once in a while. So
I'm taking this.
you're taking that because we
Yeah.
got another toy reveal next. Right? We have not so much a reveal, but a recap. So Evan and I got to, well, I got to show it off at press breakfast all by myself.
did.
Then we got to talk about it in our panel at Comic-Con. But
was
Mark
on-
actually worked on this one, so we got to give you guys all little details. This is our PulseCon exclusive.
Yes, yes,
Hot
and
shot
I'd like to see
mini-con jolt.
I'd like to see the chat light up and talk about mini-cons. We want mini-cons. We want mini-cons.
Yeah, flood it. Just I want to screenshot mini-cons. I can take that to leadership, be like mini-cons.
Shout out to Hasui-san, obviously, who did an amazing job on Jolt here, and Kunihiro-san worked on Hot Shot. And that episode that he actually raids Galvatron's fortress and he's just blasting all Decepticons. He's just going to talk with them. Is an amazing episode. Hasui-san did a great job on the actual blasters that he comes with. Blast effects obviously came out really nicely colored.
We
Those
needed to make him an orange finally. right?
yeah. Well, that's the thing about the Jolt as well. Is like we didn't follow the original toy, which I believe was yellow or like a
red, wasn't it?
hard red. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wanted to go with the orange because that's what he was seen in the animation as, and I thought that was really important, especially for everybody who bought one of the Armada Hot Shots that we released in yellow. So that would look really key. They do have a lot of intercompatibility. It just looks fantastic. I'm really pleased with the color scheme. The blasters are actually really nice. Sui-san did a really good job being able to plug them in on the back here.
yeah.
So since this hot shot was created before the blasters were created, his connection point is unique and it's stored on the back. It's really cool. It's just, he really looks like really sick with the two huge cannons on his back. Plus he's got the cannon on the front.
Yep.
He's pretty epic as far as
fantastic figure.
blast effects.
And the best one about this guy, this is our PulseCon exclusive, but unlike everything else that's a pre-order today, this is a see now, buy now. So if you buy this guy today, he'll ship out pretty soon, and you'll get to play with him, next couple of weeks, month, hopefully at most.
Excellent.
Some of you might maybe
Awesome.
get him next week, depending on how fast you get your order in today. At 4 if you're a premium member, 5 if
right.
you're not. So get in on that. That'll
Get
be
it
this.
now.
All right. So we have one little piece of business left for the year. So why don't we bring in our friend Thew to cover this? As we tend to do with PulseCon now, this has become our time to talk about our Transformers Hall of Fame. So hey,
in there.
what you
There you
mean?
go. That's
So,
what we like.
Let's go.
The bot sandwich here. There we go.
So we posted our Hall of Fame poll on Hasbro Pulse and our Transformers channel. I know a lot of people voted. I think it was over 40,000 total votes when I went through it. So a lot of people
40 for
voting.
40. Okay, that's
40
great.
for 40. It was like
You
it was
did
done.
that on purpose.
And I didn't. I just the way the fans got there, I guess. So we had two choices. We had your favorite fictional character from Robots in Disguise 2001, or Car Robots for the Japanese fans, and then we also had our Toy of the Year from Legacy Evolution. So, what did you have any choices?
I mean, for me, for RID, it's got to be Megatron. Like, he turns into a hand. That's wild.
That's one of his modes, yes.
I mean, that's straight in right there.
Yeah,
And,
good point.
for Legacy Evolution, for me, it had to be Skyquake. Just seeing a bit of, just a few of those sort of late G1 details sneaking in, mixing it in with Prime, with the whole Legacy aesthetic, just incredible stuff. And the compatibility with Needle Nose, that's just pandering directly to my needs.
That's that UK release, I know. And you know what we did special on that? I don't know if you realize, is on the back engine, we kept translucent clear to try to give that effect of the little viewfinder on it.
The Mega Visor,
Yeah,
oh my
yeah.
heavens. That's
Little hints.
I'm
little
so
hints.
spoiled. Thank you.
Nerds.
You did that
I'm
exclusively
glad
for me.
you really like that one.
We're trying to spoil where we can.
trying.
Yeah.
So, aside from our poll, we do also always induct a human inductee. So this year, somebody very important to Transformers history. I'm going to let Evan introduce him, though, because I think you could do him the most justice.
Well, I mean, how much time do we have left for PulseCon? Because I don't think I would have enough time to sing all of his praises. We're, of course, talking about Ajima-san, who has been a Takara Tomy Transformer designer for the last 35 years.
So long.
Yeah.
Big E.
Yeah, the Big E. And he's just a fantastic individual. It's been a wonderful privilege to work with him over the years on a lot of these items. He created the Motormaster, the Menasor, the new system, like a lot.
Junkions.
He did the Junkions.
He just did the Rock
Oh,
Lord's character.
Yeah.
Armorizers. So good.
Yeah.
All right. So, our friend Ajima-san recorded a nice acceptance video for us. So, let's have a look here. You all can see his thanks.
Yeah.
トランスフォーマーファンの皆さん、こんにちは。この度、殿堂入りさせていただくことになった江島武夫です。おそらく多くの方は私のことはご存じないことと思われますので、受賞の言葉を兼ねて簡単な自己紹介をさせていただきたいと思います。私は1989年の春、旧宝に新入社員として入社いたしました。その年の秋にトランスフォーマーの開発に就任いたします。当時のトランスフォーマーは最初の世界的ブームから、大きく衰退いたしまして、私が就任してからすぐに US 市場撤退という決めに遭いました。撤退後すぐに、旧宝でも会社内のトランスフォーマーチームは大幅な縮小がされまして、開発マンはなんと私一人になってしまいました。すなわち私はトランスフォーマーにおいてたった一人の開発マンになってしまったのです。新入社員だった私がたった一人で開発を行うなんて、当時の世界情勢がいかにトランスフォーマーに期待していなかったということがよくわかります。もしかしたらこの時にトランスフォーマーは、永久に世界の市場からなくなって私はトランスフォーマーの最後の開発マンになっていたかもしれません。私は US 市場撤退後、残されたヨーロッパでの市場展開において全力を尽くします。当時のトランスフォーマーの立場は非常に弱く、もうそれは本当に苦しかったです。とにかく出荷数量が非常に少ないので、生産工場の見積もりも足元を見られて非常に高く、コストを合わせるのが本当に大変でした。今の開発状況から考えると、もう本当に想像もできないような苦しい状況でした。そんな中で私はなんとか目新しさでトランスフォーマーを市場に残そうといろんな発明をして次々と特許を取り、なんとかトランスフォーマーを首の皮一枚つなげていくことになります。当時はですね、トランスフォーマーが今日終わってしまうのか明日終わってしまうのかという本当に悲壮な状況でした。なんとか新規の発明を繰り返して続けていくうちに、私はトランスフォーマーをフルポーザブルにするということで、安全基準と商品価値の両方を両立させることに成功します。それをもとにビーストウォーズの展開が開始されました。その後のトランスフォーマーの大躍進はもう皆様ご存知のことと思われます。私がトランスフォーマーの開発に就任してビーストウォーズに至るまで7年の歳月が過ぎていました。今日殿堂入りさせていただくことになり、あの頃の本当に苦しかった記憶が本当に走馬灯のようによみがえってまいりました。あの時必死で頑張ってよかった、諦めなくてよかった、今世界中で愛されているトランスフォーマーを残すことができて本当によかったとしみじみ思います。これもひとえに 皆様がトランスフォーマーを愛し支えてくださった結果だと思います。本当にありがとうございました。あ、一つ言い忘れておりました。私はこれからも新しいトランスフォーマーをガンガン作っていきますので、どうぞよろしくお願いいたします。今後ともよろしくお願いします。
Oh, so good, so good.
Yeah.
I had an awesome
amazing.
opportunity, got to work with Ajima-san and Koki-san and Yoko-san at Comic-Con this year. They came and helped us. Without them, there's no way we set up all the product we had, because we had a lot.
Yeah.
Without them, there's no Transformers.
I mean,
Let's be
more
honest
importantly,
here.
More importantly,
More
I had no idea how much of like my childhood Ajima clearly impacted. So
Yes.
until I started talking to him at Comic-Con.
Just such
Yes.
a treat to work with such passionate, talented individuals across the board, overseas. I mean, it's just an amazing experience. We all join together and we all love Transformers, and that's what it's really all about. That's what the 40 years is all about here.
All right. So, Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame.
Favorite Legacy Evolution toy of the year, Mark. Why don't you do this one since you worked on it?
Ah, yes, I worked on it with the great Hasui-san, Armada Prime, as you know, Armada Optimus Prime. As you can see, probably we
coming up
got
over
some
our shoulder here in
photos
a
here.
second.
Just a fantastic iteration of Armada Prime. It's so lovely to see all the Armada Prime films like coming back. Our Armada Transformers are just back in such a big way. Shout out to Aaron Archer and everybody else that worked on that series. Just absolutely spectacular. Seeing everybody just erupt out of their seats when this guy was like just
I like how
given.
you kind of seated it a little with your pose of him yesterday, you know, all cheeky
Oh,
with the
yeah,
screw.
he's,
So it was good.
Well, he can pull it off. What a toy, though. Honestly, it's
Yeah.
so good. It can do everything.
The posability is
Yeah.
just outrageous. The
so good.
paint ops are really looking gleaming, and the sculpt, and obviously the transformation sequence is a dream. Love
Yeah.
the transformation.
For everyone, it's like, wait, it's not Tarn. I'm sure that's going crazy in the comments right now. Like,
Tarn was a close second.
He was a
I
close
was-
second.
yeah.
Optimus won by more than 1,000. He had roughly 31% of the vote, I think
Can
it
you
was.
really beat Optimus?
No, I mean, it's Optimus. And people have wanted this since the prototype got revealed at the Tokyo Toy Fair.
Doesn't
So,
sound like it was that close.
I mean, it was pretty close in terms of, toy vote.
Dealing with percentages.
All right, so we also have a fictional character of the year. I don't think this is really going to surprise anybody, but Thew, why don't you do this one for us?
I would love to. So, do we have poll results? Where are we at?
I went too far.
Oh, no.
The joy of live.
Oh, we skipped it.
We can do it from memory.
All right, so yeah, I mean, the fictional character induction into the Hall of Fame this year, it is my honor to induct Skybite into the Transformers Hall of Fame.
So good. I love this screenshot from the show.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
The famous animation.
class.
Yeah.
The famous hand that comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, but he captured everyone's imagination with his haikus and his Sharky charms. And,
Has anyone written? Did you write a haiku for us?
I feel like I should have. But I ain't, Mark, sorry. There we go.
Boom! On the spot.
But I got to extend some love to Peter Spellos as well, who, of course, brought Skybite to life with his incredible performance. Definitely. Who's actually currently battling cancer. So huge love to Peter. Yeah, wonderful part of the history, and what a contribution. We love you, man.
Yeah. Love you.
Right. So, poll results too,
Oh,
right?
heck, here we go.
So
We got
that's
more
Hall of
results?
Fame for the year. Pretty good, right? Ajima-san, awesome to get another Takara designer in there.
Yep.
Optimus doesn't really surprise anybody, and then Skybite.
fantastic
I think
Optimus.
I think when we were like, hey, what should we do for fictional character? Like, well, we can do robots in disguise, but like Skybite's gonna win. But let's do
told
it.
you right away.
But
We
much like
already
last
knew.
year, we
Like,
were like,
literally,
Lugnut's gonna
I mean,
win. So
hey.
why are you asking the question? But
The
you know,
one
these are the
choice should have
things-
just been Skybite, and no one would have complained. So-
I don't do want a gas skunk.
I mean, I'm a big Gas Skunk fan, but with between Skybite and a giant dragon who turns into a hand, I mean,
Yeah.
True. There's a lot of good choices.
yeah, it was kind of a
lot
shout
of-
out with Skybite, so got to respect that.
Yeah, Optimus came in second for everybody that's wondering, and then Rail Racer was actually a very close third to Optimus. So a lot of train love there.
Happy to hear that.
Yeah, happy to hear that
All
as
right.
well.
So let's talk about our poll results. Poll question was, who is your favorite Matrix bearer? I know how I would vote, which was not that result, but not really
Why?
surprised
How
by
was
this.
what were your
Clearly,
votes?
it's Galvatron. Who doesn't
Oh.
like a purple character?
Okay, all right.
Was that when he was just struggling with it in the movie?
Yeah,
Do
clearly.
we count that as bearing?
Well, around the neck with a
I mean, we
necklace
could-
counts, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
We
I
could have
guess
put Scourge on there too because of one episode, like way back in the day. But yeah,
But it had to be Optimus Prime, didn't it? He's the guy. I mean, he's the mascot for the whole place. So if you put him in there, it's like Skyby. It's going to happen. It's going to be him.
Yeah.
So yeah, respect to that.
Perfect.
Absolutely.
All right, so that does it for us. We're gonna let Thew get back to his hosting duties. We're gonna do the proper little wrap up part here. So we have our oh, actually, I'm a liar. We have Q&A first. I forgot about this. Is fun.
We're
Live
not
stuff
completely
here.
done.
Yeah. Let's talk about some comments too.
Let's do
So let's
that.
see. Space Pirates, OMG. We love you. That's great. Rock Lords, that is badass. We agree.
The point of this is Q&A.
Well, we're going to get to I'm doing
Okay.
some comment shout-outs
Okay.
too. I want Evan's jersey. I forgot to talk about the jersey.
well,
right.
we're here.
So our friends at Geeky Jerseys hooked Evan and I up. Obviously I had to go Decepticon. We made Evan go Autobot since he's, the lover. Oh, sorry, I got to spin.
Amazing.
84
yes,
Starscream
there it
on the
is.
back, so can't go
sharp.
wrong with that. Let us know how you feel about these. There'll be some of these available on Hasbro Pulse in the future. They're just not up as of yet, so thanks and shout out to them for hooking us up with those.
Looking wicked sharp.
Oh, we're filming in Massachusetts, so we got to get that accent in there. All right. So let's see. Question. Sorry, I'm going through this.
Okay.
Should I leave you guys to this?
Sure. Sorry. We'll see you soon.
Don't leave us.
Don't leave. All right. This one I actually kind of like, and this is interesting because I didn't really think about this. Hey, so there is a game for Transformers Prime. Could we get Prime characters in Studio Series Gamer Edition?
Absolutely.
That answers that.
Yeah.
You've been doing such a great job with those figures, man. Very, very exciting.
Thank you. I know a lot of people have. I've actually gotten a lot of comments on Instagram about the Thunderwing that shows up in the Transformers Prime video game because he's like Titan scale.
Oh,
and then
he's enormous.
goes back to like that Stormbringer comic.
Yes.
Yeah. So everybody's
I
like,
love that design. I think that was Don Figueroa, I believe.
I think so.
I
yeah.
want to say that, but I
yeah,
could be wrong.
absolutely. Studio Series at this point, it can be anything. Yeah.
This one's pretty good. This is kind of more of an opinion question for us. Who is the best Dinobot? It's Sludge, isn't it?
Ooh.
Well, yes. Everybody would say Grimlock because they have to say Grimlock, but I always liked long-necked dinosaurs as a kid, so
I
it's
think I
Sludge
have
for
to say
me.
one that maybe people haven't seen yet that they should probably know is coming that I saw on Evan's desk the other day that looks really good.
Oh my goodness! I couldn't leave your office. You had them all displayed, and I was like,
They leave a powerful impression when all 5 of them are
Wow.
together. Yes.
wow.
Let's see. Oh, we got a lot of Bring the Minicons. That's awesome. Thank you.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
Question. Any news on HasLab Death Source? This we were going to cover. So yes, Death Source is into production. Evan and I will get a recorded video for you guys, an unboxing experience. Somebody forgot to check the box when we filmed for Comic-Con. That was me. We got there, we started doing an unboxing recording, and Death Source was still in Rhode Island. So we had to scrap that. So we'll do it in the studio when we get back to the office in a couple weeks here and get that out so you can see what you're going to get in your package. Super beefed up this time.
Yep.
Every package is shipping basically in 2 boxes, plus the box you get to put on your shelf.
Yep.
So it should come to
that.
you very not damaged and very well protected this time.
Yep.
So
It's amazing that we're doing the Deathsaurus in the first place. Star Saber, Deathsaurus.
Yeah.
We get
Some
so
of his
many-
parts are floating behind us
Yeah,
right now
yeah,
on the
they are.
spruce.
So it's very good. So yeah, that's coming.
so many good things.
So many
Yeah.
good things.
Did we
Our goal
want-
is to hopefully get there before the end of the year.
Yeah.
And then for everybody wondering about a HasLab for Transformers this year, we're just going to say no. We're going to say 40th anniversary is coming.
A
so
more polite no.
a more
Yeah.
polite no.
Yeah.
So HasLab, our 40th is coming, so we're going to say maybe there's an Omega type reveal next year.
all
So
right,
We'll get
okay.
to that. All right. So recap everything we showed you. Legacy United Wave 1, pre-orders, Hasbro Pulse Premium, 4 p.m., 5 o'clock for everybody else. Thundertron, clearly my favorite.
Clearly.
It's great. The Rock's good.
Animated Prime, Animated Bumblebee, Windblade,
All the things.
Energon Megatron. Yeah. So many things.
Tasmanian
Yeah.
Kid.
Power Link's Hotshot.
Ooh.
See now, buy now. Today.
Yeah,
They're
definitely
not
need
even a
to get
pre-order,
that.
so that's good. So again, lots to come for Celebrate 40 Years of the next year. We'll see some of that in the fall, but mainly next year. So I think that's it. It's
been a blast.
It's been a blast. We're gonna throw it back to trivia, and then we'll go back to our hosts.
Yes.
Thanks all.
Indeed.
See
Thank
you
you
next
very
time.
much.
Have a good PulseCon.